Hi guys, we're live. It's the preview for Arsenal versus Chelsea. Come and join us as we talk all things against the two London rivals. So yes, it's the Arsenal versus Chelsea preview. We should have some Chelsea and Arsenal fans joining us for this debate. Well, I'll say debate. It's not going to be much of a debate. It's yeah. It's just quickly let everyone know that we are live. Right. Just now. Give me a sec. See, yeah. So what we're going to be doing is basically going to be doing just a debate about the rivalry and everyone's season compared to each other so far. I think obviously Chelsea have a million times better season than Arsenal at the minute. I don't think Arsenal can really sort of debate right and big themselves up in any way for this game. And like in talking about the match itself, I don't see us like even putting up a fight. It could be a cricket score by the end of it. Uh, there you go. Look. So cheers. Yeah. Relegation contenders versus. Yeah, who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought that 10 years ago? Right. Well, yeah, it would have been title contenders versus top four contenders better 10 years ago, to be honest. Right. But yeah, that's. I think it's getting to a point now with Arsenal. It's just it's sad in terms of football terms to see a club of Arsenal stature acting and behaving and playing the way it is. Um, yeah, it's it's surreal in a way, but then not in the fact you should expect it. With the way the club's run, the club's been badly run for the last 16 years, uh, and maybe even longer than that, and right with not the intention of performing, not the intention of um, wanting to win anything and improve and go back to the standards that we all used to grow up watching Arsenal for. And it's now to a point, all those things that have been bubbling for the last 16 years, right, have now been completely exposed by by a manager and a board that have got no experience, inept, don't know what they're doing, right? Um, you've got, let me think. Yeah, a board that's got no experience in handling this situation. You've got a manager who's tactically inept, right? Makes the same mistakes, right? It's been found out in terms of his tactics and his formation. He's got no plan B, right? And a bunch of players who are literally just not even playing and have the respect for him to play to play against him, which is it's sad to see. So, but whereas Chelsea, they've had a dip in form. Yes, the last couple of results have not gone their way, but if I would honestly say at the minute, I still see them as potential title contenders. Because if you look at the top of the table, it's wide open. I mean, Southampton are up there, and so are Everton, and so are Leicester. And if one or two results can flip it either way. Man United, everyone's been moaning Man United at times, the way they've been playing, but when their game in hand, they're up there as well. So the title race, though Liverpool are starting to get their players back and starting to click together and perform now, is that it's still wide open. And the way this season's gone, I wouldn't want to bet on it, to be honest. But yeah, it, so for Chelsea, I think the main thing is making sure they get top four for next season, and I think next season, if they have a challenge for the title this season, they're definitely title contenders next season. I think Frank Lampard will get the backing to get the extra two additions that he will need in terms of squad depth, in terms of permanent replacements. And I think they can mount a serious challenge next season. So, yeah, uh, it's all there to play for. So, why is right? So, yeah, sorry about yeah, Daniel. Remember, trust the process. Yeah. Um. What I'll do is um. I'll put a link in the chat anyway, right? And then, but it will be for any Chelsea fans or um Arsenal fans uh to give their say and debate on the channel on the show. So there's the link there, and yeah, trust the process. Yeah, look, the only process we're doing and that they want us to trust in is the process to get relegated, right? That's the only process I bloody see, right? I mean, seriously, um, there's no process in getting back to the top four. Absolutely none. If people think there is a process to get us back up to the top, what the fuck are you watching, right? Like Arteta's like fanboys. What are you watching? What honestly makes you believe that this board, who you say you don't trust, right, is working on a process to get Arteta as the manager to be able to get back to the top and lead us to the top again, right? Because you all are now blaming the board. There are certain people that have been blaming the board, right? Um, yeah, there's certain people that are blaming the board, but then a month ago was saying, "Oh well, yeah, Arsenal have done all this to get Vinay in a position, Edu in a position, and now bring Arteta in, so that so we can build the structure so that we can like believe in this process and get back to the top, right? And this is why we shouldn't get rid of Arteta because then we'd have to redo it all again. But now you're saying that the ball's not good enough and the players aren't good enough, but yet the manager is. Really? Honestly? Right? They're now trying to find any excuse to try and keep this. Anyone that's still trying to find an excuse to keep this manager in their job, you're now becoming part of the problem. I'm honest to God, you are now becoming part of the problem. Because the longer you do that, the longer you let the board get away with it. The longer you let the players get away with it. The longer you let just the whole club in general get away with it. Right? I understand Arteta is not the sole reason of our problems. Right? It's not hard to work out. Let's be honest. It's not hard to work out that Arteta is not the only problem. Right? It's been shit for the last 16 years, as I've said. Right? But unfortunately, right, when you have got players that are down in tools, but you still pick those fucking players, I'm sorry, you got no leg to stand on. But anyway, we've got Daniel, Chelsea fan. How are you?
I'm all right, bro. Yeah, I'm watching the football, so tell me if it's loud. Tell me if it's a bit loud. Sorry, if you can hear it.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
No,
Yeah.
can you hear the telly? I mean, not me. I know you can hear me. I'm right at the telly.
I'm okay. Can you hear mine?
I can hear you. I'm at the telly because remember I'm watching the football on Sky Sports. So if you can hear the football, if you can hear the football, you get. Oh, yeah. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Can you hear mine?
Well, I've turned mine down.
I've muted mine as well.
Yeah. But yeah. Obviously, Arsenal Chelsea on Boxing Day. I think you lot are gonna start to deliver us a knockout blow for in terms of a boxing match. So yeah. But how do you feel Chelsea in their season so far?
Been all right. You're expecting all the players to gel that quick, but it's not. Most of the players are new to the league. The one who's done it the best is Thiago Silva, but Thiago Silva's what 36 and he's very experienced, so
Mm.
maybe that's a factor. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry. I think to be honest, it's like I said, the title race is so open. I'm not be surprised if or still not challenging for the title. She's still got Southampton there, Leicester, Everton as well. Uh, we've got
Anyone can challenge the title in the top six at the moment.
Oh, that I don't know what you did with your sound, but that's a lot better.
Maybe it's because I'm moving around.
Okay.
Give me headphones in. Because I got no headphones in, that's probably why.
Okay.
When I was
KFC
charging the
out,
phone, maybe that might be it.
Arteta out. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Marbles. I thought it'd be
yeah,
you.
yeah. Thing is, what I just have to like finish dinner, but I will be back fully in about say 15 minutes, right? But I just wanted to say this briefly before I come back in. Thing is that I want Arteta gone after this game, but obviously Chelsea are favourites, right? But I just want to say just briefly on Chelsea. I think Chelsea really need to beat us for their title credentials, and if we beat them or they draw, I think questions have to be asked to Lampard. He's been given a lot of money. Chelsea have better players than us, man for man in most positions. And yeah, I think it's more, in a way, more rests on it for Lampard and Chelsea than it does for us, because everyone knows we're shit. And we are in a relegation battle. Let's make no bones about that, right? It's a fact. We just have to accept that reality. But
Oh
I
no,
think
not in some people, not in some fans' eyes.
But with Arsenal, with Arteta, do you think it's a player thing, or do you think it's just a manager thing? Like because he's
It's a
inexperienced.
combination.
it's a mix of both, in my opinion. One is the thing is, I know I've been a bit harsh on him, on past shows here, but it is his first ever job, and he did win a trophy. So I think it's just too much for him, the wrong job for him at the wrong time. So be too harsh on him, if that makes sense. But some of our players are just shit. Because we saw in the Man City game yesterday that, look, the stuff he makes doesn't learn. Because there's a mistake getting him. We just have crap players, and there's only so much you can do with crap players. There's like Gary Neville said something last year, which some fans didn't like, but I could see where he's coming from. He said that Socrates, Luiz, and Mustafi are uncoachable. And I can see where he's coming from. There's only so much you can do with certain players, right, of a certain level. And until we get, it sounds very simplistic, but it's the truth. Until we get better players, and we will struggle.
But then here's the thing: people that are saying there's no point getting a manager out because, like, I mean, the DT keeps DT, for example, keeps saying, right, what's the point of getting rid of Arteta? Where you bring a new manager in, you'll get that same little bounce again, right, and we'll do well for a bit, and then the all downfalls, right, and the same players will cause the same problem again. But hang on, that's the same players you were saying, on the last year of their contracts, and they're fucking off at the club in the summer. So how is it they're going to cause the same problem in a year's time when they're not going to be in the fucking side?
Because, well, okay, I
know what I mean? If they're staying next, and they've got another year on their contract, I see your point. But if they're going to be gone by the summer, right, then it's not going to be the same as what happened last time because they're not going to be there.
I get your point.
So that in that case, you've lost your argument on that one as well. There is no physical argument that can justify Arteta staying in that job. And if someone wants to argue with that, right, whether it be Sonny or Gal, whatever, I don't care, right?
Yeah.
You lot are bloody deluded, right? And you lot deserve to be in the Championship with Arsenal. Not fans like us, me, Marbles, like Lee Gunner and all that could just see the problems and say, no, it's got to change. Anyone that can't see that and says it's got to be done and got to go, right? Even Samuel on there as well. He's now in between the two. No,
you're one or the other.
It's undone. It's done. It's finished. It's over. Right? I'm sorry. Right? Get it through your thick skulls. It's done. Unless you want to be going to Queen's Park Rangers Loftus Road, right, or Ashton Gate, right, next season, he's got to go.
Imagine
and that's the end of it.
Yeah, but not everyone.
Next season.
Yeah, but not everyone can do it. Yeah, but not everyone can do a Mourinho or a Klopp like they did. Remember, with Dortmund, he didn't exactly have loads of players, but he dominated that league when Bayern Munich was dominating it for ages. And Mourinho with Porto. Is it Porto? He won the Champions League with Porto.
Yeah. I mean...
But not everyone can do a Mourinho or a Klopp with the players they had.
It's like I said, like, everyone keeps mentioning Rafa Benitez's name, right? And I'm sitting there like, well, hang on. I said that when we got the sack.
Right? He's making noises. I don't know what's going on.
I think it might be Marbles, to be honest.
So sorry, I was just typing. Yeah, sorry, that's me.
Laurie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. A little bit stuffed, but just had my dinner and that. So
yeah, it's like I said. If you can't see if you can't accept that this has to now end, right? In terms of Arteta, right? If we're going to sort this out, then you deserve to support the club in the Championship. And people like me, you, Marbles, League Garner even, right? We don't deserve this. Right? We don't deserve this. Honestly. Right.
Do you think Arsenal
honestly,
do you think Arsenal fans are doing it on purpose to be a meme? Remember, they're getting a lot of exposure as well.
I mean, like,
with what they're doing.
Honestly, half the time I see a Gal channel, right? I mean, that review show again. Who's the first bit on it? A Gal. Who's the first bit on it? A Gal. And I'm like, are you literally just doing it because you want a view? right?
I back my team no
Why are
matter
you
what, but when they
getting so
lose,
upset? I'm
I say what's
sorry,
wrong
but
with the game.
now maybe because of the fact that I've been so ill over my lifetime, right? You're getting overreacting and so wound up about a game of fucking football, right? You're reacting in some ways that I would have to react if they told me I needed a transplant, right? I mean, seriously, it's embarrassing, right? And in the end, why do you, if you're moaning about the players and the board, right? Why do you expect it to be any different,
That's
right?
the thing. It's not gonna be. Hold.
You're more upset because you run your mouth all the time, and now it's biting you in the arse.
Yeah, but not everyone can get a Roman either. Remember, he was going to buy Tottenham originally, but he flew over Stamford Bridge and went, no, I'll go there instead. When I was little, our first cup was it UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, and then you had to play. Is it Real Madrid in the Super? We played Real Madrid in the Super Cup. I was only little then, and we won 1-0. That was the first trophy I remember as a little Chelsea fan. Even though I'm 25. It was 98.
89.
Hey, I'm lucky, right? Unlike Samuel, I've got to see Arsenal win the title.
I've been around since Anfield '89. Shows my age, man. So
that's why you've lost most of your hair.
No, I was a little sprog then, man. I was a little sprog.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it's.
But it's now, like even back. No, go on, Steve.
Yeah, it's now to it's like I just said, it's now to a point that any fan that lets this continue, right? You carry on supporting them in like the championship. I'll still support them, right? But I'm not gonna be fussed over them. I ain't gonna be crying over them. I'm sorry, right? I've had to deal with so much in my life that I don't need Arsenal making me upset. I've got enough miserable problems in my fucking life, right? I've been told I can't fully recover.
Yeah.
Right?
So do you think Arsenal needs like a big spanking to maybe change their mind? Like on Boxing Day, if we beat you 6-7-0, would they change their tune?
I don't even think that's going to be enough.
I know, because do you know what? You got people like Ty in a goal who'll probably say the positive is we probably scored a goal if we lost 6-1. And they showed a bit of fight to get a consolation goal.
Yeah, but who's going to score for Arsenal? Aubameyang's injured. Martinelli's might not be playing. So who's going to score for you? Pepe, Willian. Lacazette is all right, but is he consistent enough to be a striker for Arsenal Football Club? Because Arsenal Football Club technically are the third biggest club in England. Is he good enough? Is he good enough for a team like Arsenal where they should be?
I mean, for fuck's sake, Gal, I just watched an 8-minute video of like some Arsenal fans having it out with fucking Liverpool fans because they haven't done anything in 30 years. Yeah? Well, in that time, they won a Champions League, you twit. When did we do that?
We could have won three. We could have won 3 Champions Leagues, but crap happens.
But this is what I'm saying, right? Don't argue with the Premier League champions and the Champions League champions, right? Because Liverpool are on another level compared to compared to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right? We're down on earth. They're in like beyond the moon compared to where we are. So the fact you're trying to have an argument with them, you're mad. But
it's a waste of breath. You can't. I mean, we're in a position we're literally in a position where survival is the fittest. And that precious FA Cup, that precious FA Cup, record-breaking FA Cup, is the same amount of points we got. So what does that tell you about the club?
Yeah.
I mean, at this stage, you're at practically at the halfway stage of the season, and it is arrogance.
No, it's not.
Arrogance. No. There's so much.
The season apparently started later, so we ain't played so many games in Call of the Girls' eyes.
It's practically halfway.
Like, Gal, right? How many games do you play, right? When the season starts normally in August, right? How many games do you play? Because I know this. How many games do you play by the time you reach September?
Mm.
Do you want to know? 3. You play 3 games, then you piss off to an international break for 2 weeks. I know
Yeah,
that because it happens every time on FIFA, right? And their calendar, they stick to the same calendar as the season.
And the thing is, normally November we might have a little blip, but then we recover. But this blip has been going on forever.
Yeah,
It's been going on since you lost to Villa, I think. Is it Villa or is it someone else?
I
That
don't
was
even
when
know.
I think it started when you beat Man United 1-0 by that penalty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
after
after that.
the Man
Yeah,
United game.
after that.
Right, I blame Troops for pissing off to America.
Yeah, but now he's Arteta out and selling shirts, so he's just
No, he won't finish right.
How wasn't he? Who was selling shirts? Then the other guy, the American guy.
No, the people that are running his channel, that he's collaborating his channel.
But
with
why
us.
did he go? Get your Arteta merch out now.
No,
What?
he was doing the fuck VAR shirt.
Maybe it's because they
Right.
took it out of context. Maybe because maybe
No,
for some videos they can take.
Yeah, as soon as it came out, he was like, I had nothing to. They tried to like do that offer of him turning Arteta out, and he said he had nothing to do with it. Right, and
But
to be
who knows?
honest,
Half
I
the
know,
time it's
honestly,
not
I know
sober anyway.
Troops. I know Troops. To be honest, I don't know Troops that well, but I've only just met him a couple of times. But I could tell already he's not that sort of person.
I don't know him, so I can't really assume things.
Money
So
changes
Yeah, I
people,
can't.
though. Even
I
from some
can't
people
touch
you
either.
know.
all I remember him from is Arsenal fan TV, so that might be why. Because I've never met him in person. I've been to Chelsea games, but I've never seen him.
Anyway, if any team or a big team was on this sort of run, doesn't matter if they're on this type of process or whatever that they think's going on, they would be not in a job, because if Emery was in this job, Emery would be gone, and that proved. And he got sacked. What was it? Mid-December, I think it was, and they were in a better position than what Arsenal were in this season.
Yeah.
Can I just ask? Right, we've played what in this calendar year? If you take the Chelsea game as
Man
well
City.
as the no, if you take also the Chelsea game and then the Brighton game, right? We have played 32, 33, 34 league games.
Yeah.
How many games do you think that's acceptable for Arsenal to lose out of a calendar year? Bearing in mind that's pretty much how long the season lasts.
I say about the same as Lampard did last season, 12.
12, right? What about
That was
like if you want to reach top 4?
You need about 5-6 losses.
Yeah,
maybe less.
Do you know how many Arteta's lost? Because he's been in charge since day dot from that one. He's won 13 wins, 7 draws, and lost 12. And plus Chelsea, plus now the Chelsea game. Let's be honest, that'll be 13. And then Brighton, Welbeck will score a winner. Right? Look, I've already got my
predictions for the next 2 games. I said you'd only get 2 points from your next 5, and you got 1.
Arsenal lost 10 games last season in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's lost 12 in a calendar year in less amount of games.
And the thing is, with Emery as well, Emery drew a lot of games as well. It wasn't the fact he was losing. He was drawing quite a lot.
Yeah.
And Arsenal drew 14 games.
Yeah, but now these same fans all go down, jump the bandwagon, and said, "Well, at least with Arteta, we've got our defensive record means we've got a draw."
What didn't make sense to me as well is got Emery on the back of not getting.
What throws me as well is he said after the Man City game, what sort of manager comes out after a Man City game in a press conference and goes, "We had 100% chance to lose, so we lost." I'm like, I'm sorry, I would have shot you for something like that. You would have been fired. I would have shot you and murdered you. right, and buried you in the forest
Mm.
for a comment like that. How dare you? How dare you say that as a comment, as an Arsenal manager?
Yeah.
I don't care how bad the club is. You never say it. You don't even say it even if, like, you're Luton or anything, right?
Yeah.
You don't even say it if you're a non-league side playing against Man City in the FA Cup. At what point do
Come on,
you
Everton. I don't
say
want United
that?
fans to get gassed.
At what point do you say that, right, for a game of football?
You're saying
It's
he's stamped on his.
disgusting,
Yeah.
right?
But look what
And
Emery's doing with Villarreal's doing quite good.
yeah, I mean, the after the Everton game, he was sitting there like trying to work out, like, I mean,
I
honestly,
can't
I know
remember. It's
mathematicians.
something. As I said, he could have.
The
He
amount
could have
of
done my
percentages
fucking
he came out,
dissertation.
he was like, I was like, I need a mathematician to work it out.
I wish he ripped my dissertation for me, man. The
Yeah, I
shit he was
know.
talking. He could have done my
I literally
dissertation.
was.
Give
I
him
literally
yeah.
was. Did he take some crack cocaine and heroin before he went on press conference? Was like, did someone check his like and see if he was on heroin? He was just speaking just utter nonsense, and I'm like sitting here, and you still back this manager.
Oh, that's one.
Right? I hated Wenger to death, but right for
Wenger's never had your 15th.
not for the first 10 years, by the way. Before you all click that, right? First 10 years, right? I adored him, right? But I turned him out after Van Persie, right? I know, Laurie, you did it after the Champions League final.
Yeah,
But
no, I mean,
after we
to
sold,
me, you could see from the Champions, the flags were there from the
yeah,
Champions
but I
League
couldn't
final.
see
Yeah.
that at
But
that age. I was
obviously, he
only
was a
what?
bit
I was
younger.
only
Yeah,
12 I was only 11 at the time, right?
he'd
And
reached his level. That's what it
Oh,
was. He'd
safe.
reached his level, and
what
he had
hurt me the
peaked.
most about that Champions League final as well is I watched that whole most of that Champions League campaign in the hospital bed, right? Because I had to have my third transplant at 11 years old, right? So I thought, if they won that after what I've been through, I would just like be gobsmacked because I weren't that far away from dying in the first place, right? So but even then, after selling Van Persie, I went the Wenger out, but I still. Honestly, Wenger wouldn't even Wenger wouldn't have come out and said like a comment like 100% chance of losing means we will and we lost.
He didn't
He
make,
was
in his defense, he didn't make many excuses after defeats. He
not.
didn't make many excuses.
The last
Not to
couple
that
of years he
extent.
did.
Not to that extent. Yeah.
Not to that extent, but that there were many a times he was coming out. Oh, it's the ref's fault, or it was like I was starting to say. I'm wondering now why Ty keeps going on about the refs. It's because Wenger said it, right? Whatever it is, it's Wenger's fault, right? It's Claw's fault because it's Claw's fault because he wants him out. You know what I mean?
Can't remember with Mourinho. They said the same thing. They're afraid to give decisions to Chelsea referees.
I said I was
true.
going to do a combined 11, but I don't think I'll bother.
The only player I consider having in there is Saka.
Not even Leno.
No.
Actually, when you look at it, there's actually no Arsenal player who could fit into that combined 11. Like you say, Leno, but Mendy's been fantastic, and you say Saka, but then there's no one.
But then to be fair with Leno is that the problem is he's got such a shit defence, it don't look good. But when you see when he actually plays, half the time he's kept us in the game. Right? I know we're not going to score to be able to win the game, but he's kept us in the game, and the only chances he's conceded are chances that he can't do nothing about. You know what I mean?
He's definitely. It's not. Yeah, he's not. I'm one of these people that initially, when he did when we did sell Martinez, I was thinking, what's the fuss about? Because Martinez hadn't broken into the team. He was always loaned out, whatnot. But obviously, I had my hands up and say Martinez was the better goalkeeper. However, like you said, Leno has had a hell of a lot of work to do. And if we'd got Runnison and Runnison ended up being the first choice keeper, how much more would we have conceded? How much more would we have conceded? We would be in the bottom three.
Laurie, honestly, if Elena gets injured, right, they might as well just employ me in goal. Because I'm sorry, that save from that free kick. Oh my God, I used to be a goalkeeper. I could have saved that.
No, but when you're paying 1.5 million, people, we were laughing. Some people, well, not us personally, but people were laughing and bantering at Chelsea for what they paid for Mendy. As you said, Mendy's come. No, Mendy for Mendy, and Mendy's coming and done a job. I'm not saying that I would have wanted Mendy, but he's coming and done a job because of look at his value. He was 22 odd million. We paid 1.5 million for a keeper. So what do you expect from it?
By the way, if you want
exactly what you expected.
if you want Runnison, we'll swap it for Kepa.
I'd rather have Caballero, to be honest.
You know what I mean? Right. What's been your favourite ever Arsenal Chelsea win? I'll probably know what Chelsea are going to say. Right. Daniel, what's your favourite?
I don't really have favourites, to be honest, but I would say the 3-1 win under Conte. Is it Conte? And Hazard did that thing and he made the Arsenal players spin.
Oh, I'm quite surprised.
Do you know what? I was surprised. I would even have thought the 6-0 that Mourinho did.
No, it was that one because Hazard did that solo run and he turned the Arsenal player.
No, the 3-1 was with Conte.
That's one. Yeah.
Right, because there was Mourinho before where he battered Wenger 6-0. Right, and they were fighting on the
every Chelsea fan would say that one, but I wouldn't say that one. I said the 3-1 where
Hazard
made that goal spin.
Okay, what about the game you won at Highbury that put you through to the Champions League semi-final?
That's the one that's what I was thinking.
The Wayne Bridge.
That one was more important, the Conte one, because I didn't think we'd win the league that year.
Oh no! I mean, what was funny? You spent 128 million that first season with Abramovich. We spent 20 million on a goalkeeper, right? And we ended up unbeaten.
Yeah, but then we spent on some money on Kante, and we won the league.
Yeah, but then the next season you spent about 200 odd million, and by the time we realised we need to start doing that, they bought financial fair play. So thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Right.
So all the money we used to buy the players this season was from the Hazard and Morata money. So we got over 200 million for both of them.
Yeah.
Well, going back to that question, though, for me, it would have been the Kanu hat trick.
Kanu hat trick?
Yeah, when we beat them at Sanford, when Kanu got the hat trick.
Oh, I remember that one.
I can't remember.
Yeah, you lot were a bit young then. But we were losing the game and Kanu scored like a 10-minute hat trick or something like that. And one of the goals was practically from the corner. That was the hat trick goal. You look it up. That was when we beat them 3-2 at the Bridge.
I'll look that up at some point. For me, there's the one at Stamford Bridge where he scored in about 30 seconds. In 03-04. But I think for me, it's got to be the FA Cup final in 2002. That sealed the double. Right? That for me would have been it. Do you know what? This was supposed to be an Arsenal and Chelsea fan stream, but there you go.
It's only me who was a Chelsea fan.
I knew Ads would come on. I know Ads would come on because he's a Chelsea.
Oh, you got Ads.
There was a game in 2011-12 when Van Persie scored a hat trick. That's my favourite. We won 5-2. No, 5-3. Sorry,
5-3.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
But I
Everyone
think in
says
terms
6-0.
of the fact that we won the double, for me, that as a kid, right, and the fact that my godmother was my sister's godmother was a Chelsea fan. A friend of mine, close friend of the family's was a Chelsea fan as well, and we were all out watching it that day. And the fact that I was bantering them all the way afterwards, right, that sort of just made my day, to be honest. So that's why I remember that.
The reason why people think that's 6-0 is because they sent the wrong goalkeeper. Was it the wrong player off? They sent the wrong player off.
Yeah, Gibbs.
They sent the wrong player
They
off.
got
That's why.
Gibbs and
And it was Wenger's
Chamberlain.
1000th game. That's why people would say that one.
I can't believe
I
I can't believe you got Chamberlain Gibbs mixed up. If you could sign one player from Chelsea to improve your squad, who would you sign?
Easily Kante.
And for Daniel, if you could sign from Arsenal to improve, no, I think they'd keep their fucking money.
Can I say something though? I don't
Aubameyang,
think
if you play
one
him in the right
player.
position.
1 second. I think
Only if
anyone that
you're a
comes
Chelsea
in,
fan.
they could be world class. Listen, they could be world class, top class. Doesn't matter. Great player, good or bad. I feel like one player isn't going to solve your problems at Arsenal. I don't even think it'd have much of an impact, to be honest.
Yeah, but this was just like in like general. Say
All right, sick.
like if you wanted to pick one player, like we know that's not going to fix Arsenal's problems. We know that, but
yeah.
Who would you pick, Steve?
Me. For me, I would
Zuma
maybe.
The one you should have brought, Kante.
Yeah, Kante for me. He's bossed it ever since he turned up at Chelsea from Leicester. Right, and I'm sorry, I would swap him with Xhaka in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Kante's definitely,
especially how he was £5 million cheaper.
Kante's definitely one of, if not the best, midfielders in the world.
Yeah, for me, Kante for me, right? Because then Ceballos and then like Partey could have a bit more freedom to be more creative.
I'd sell Ceballos.
Kante. Yeah, but the thing is, well, he's on loan, so we couldn't really sell him. But the thing is that if we put Kante and Partey together in a 3-4-3, Partey would have more like free. He would know he'd have more freedom to be expansive and creative because Kante's solid as a rock. So, but go with Laurie.
Yeah, I didn't even let Chris you finish reading Chris's. I'd said Kante as well.
Okay.
Hands down Kante.
Yeah.
I mean, if not Kante, who's in there that I would give a fair shot to? I would say, do you know what? As you said, Kante, I would actually say Reece James. I know it would never happen, but we'd actually have a right back that can play football.
Yeah,
that's a good shout. Yeah.
You got to make them know he can play football, though. I mean,
but he's a utility man. He's a utility man.
Yeah, some people just look. Great teams don't have to have like outstanding players in every position, right? It's just you need players that have got extraordinary talent and are world class talent, but you also need players that will do the job that they need to do in their position, and they'll do that every week.
I hear that. As a United fan, personally,
it's just that the double winning side of 71, it was not like outstanding great players, right? And you can ask Bob. I mean, I even asked Bob Wilson when I met him back in 2017. His charity, the Willow Foundation, gave us like a chance to go watch an Arsenal game, right, at the Emirates. And what was lovely is that the fact he was in the executive part of the Emirates, he realised that he had people downstairs, which was us, to come and see from his charity, his charity set up in the name of his late daughter, right? And he came all the way down just to ignore all the people that were obviously the big sort of executives and all that to come and see us, right? And then he brought Charlie George, who was doing his own charity thing there at the time, dragged him to come and say hello as well. And my dad was made up because Charlie George was his hero as a kid, right? So, and I asked him about the 71 season, and I'm like, they never said they were great as like individual stars. They were just great as a team.
And
So-
back then, it was much. I mean, I'm not saying the leagues. Obviously, so there's always a team that runs away with it, but back then, it was much harder to win the league. The conditions were different. The rules are
Liverpool.
obviously different. Liverpool, yeah, like,
As well.
but
Do you know what? Like,
the players actually.
do you know what? You're all this, mate. All fart, no poops. You can't come on and give back your talk. I've asked you so many times. Right, you ain't got the
Oh, is he
policy.
back, Peter Raymond?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's back again. He said he was coming on.
The Arsenal
Right,
Chelsea preview.
Right, do you know what? Right, do you know
what?
what? Honestly, mate, honestly, he was going to come on a qualifying show and talk the truth. Right? Well, I tell you what, mate. Right? Let me just put it this way. Right? One, as Chris just said, this is an Arsenal Chelsea preview, so your quote is irrelevant. Right? Two, it's also relevant because Hamilton's Sports Personality of the Year set up an equality commission to help diversity so everyone can get in Formula One as well as win 7 titles, right? And 3, right? If you think it's so fucking easy, jump in the car and fucking yourself and drive it yourself, right?
Are Peter and Charlie the same people?
If you've got the facts to back it up, mate, right? Give me the facts and come on the channel and back your talk. Otherwise, shut your mouth because I know you ain't got the facts because I've read every single fact about Hamilton. I've got every single stat, every single frigging comment, everything. And you've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. You just can't accept it. You've got an agenda. You can't accept it that Hamilton's better. Simple as that.
Always for me, it's going to be Schumacher, though. So,
And I'm not going to
understand what you mean.
respect your opinion until you come on and back your talk.
Mine's always
Especially when
Michael Schumacher.
because he was one of those. He was I supported Schumacher as a kid, right?
I mean,
But you can't sit there and say Hamilton's not as good as Schumacher because the stats are now saying that he is.
he's good as him, but I don't think he's better than him. If that makes sense.
I think it comes down to personal preference.
Yeah.
You know, because there've been many occasions Schumacher and Hamilton have had races that are just as good as each other. So it's down to, I think it's so minute you can't really pick it out. But it's like I said, until he comes and backs his talk,
I understand what you mean.
because he likes to say what he's talking is facts. Come on the channel and actually say it, and don't say you're going to come on and talk the truth. You actually get to come on, right? Because I keep sending the link. I put the link in the chat all the time, right? But anyway, as we were saying, Marvels. If you were to pick one player
From Chelsea, who would you have?
Thiago Silva, because I think he's done well for Chelsea. And look, we got 9 central defenders, and apart from Gabriel, most of them do badly. So yeah, I'll take Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I'd hit Silva and Gabriel.
Yeah, that would be quite. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Thiago Silva can make anyone look good. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. He surprised me. I didn't think he was going to have the pace. Because of the pace thing, I thought he wasn't going to make it.
But that's why he's got Zuma behind him, innit? Because Silva's the power and the what. But Zuma's got a bit of everything. So I don't know why people don't like. Some Chelsea fans don't like Zuma because he's got a bit of everything. That's Silva's got.
I was a big fan of Zuma when you first got him, but he was still quite raw at the time. So
yeah. He learned under John Terry. He learned under John Terry for a few years and then left and then went to Stoke on loan. And now he's learning under Thiago Silva. So what good players to have.
Yeah. So Daniel, if you would pick one Arsenal player to improve the squad?
If I pick one Arsenal player, it is hard. I would say Aubameyang, from Aubameyang from last season, because he was really clinical that season.
Not much.
And with how many chances we create, he would get loads of chances.
What about Saka and Martinelli?
I would take Saka as well. I'll take Saka and Aubameyang. Anyone else now?
Charlotte, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, you?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. My arm's absolutely.
I know, I'm not alone.
But let's just say they try to put a good line in and they failed, but it didn't hurt as much as the football last night.
Oh,
Stephen?
God, yeah, that was bad.
You know when you talk about.
I don't know if you can see my arm is absolutely busted. You can see, look.
Oh my God, that looks bad.
Jeez.
They tried 3 attempts to try and.
Oh, God.
Well, the thing is, what they do is when they put the line in, they try and put a wire through to get it in the vein because it's such a long line. But it's the wall because it's scar tissue. They couldn't get it in because I've already had 2 attempts, 2 ones already. So.
Oh my God, that makes me feel sick. Like, oh.
Sorry, it's. Sorry,
no,
I didn't.
No. It's just me. Like, it sounds horrible, but
it's.
I mean,
Yeah,
if it helps.
I know, but when you grow up with it.
Yeah, I suppose
You get used to it.
Yeah.
It's like I've said on AFTV interviews, like it's one of those. One, you're normal to it, so it's not really too bothering.
Yeah.
2 is that if anyone else is in that position, what would you do?
No, mate, you're definitely a trooper and a half. Like, let me tell you, like,
Thank
respect
you. I
to
really
you.
appreciate it.
Like,
Inspiration, my guy. That's what you are.
Literally, inspiration
You
is
don't
the
know
word used.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. But Charlotte, we were just discussing if you'd pick one player from, and I know it'd probably be difficult.
From Arsenal.
If you pick one player from Arsenal, who would you go for?
The backroom staff.
Maybe one of the backroom staff.
Yeah.
I said Aubameyang and Saka on.
Nah, I might take Martinelli, to be fair.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, because
the potential there as well.
But then again, I had such an issue with how Arteta handled the Martinelli situation last night.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
think
injured again.
No. You know what? Like, I wouldn't have minded if as we'd have agreed, he was going to take him off at half time. But I don't give a shit if you're like a new manager or you're just learning what to do. Rule number 1: if one of your best players in the first half is injured, you know that you have to take them off at half time. No matter how much they say they want to come back on, you don't just go on back on. If you know they're injured, take them off. Like, it's not that hard. You don't need to be that thick.
They did that with Partey, though, didn't they? They brought him back far too quick and he got injured, didn't they?
Yeah.
But this is the problem you have. Like Arteta is proving to be like way more of a problem than you thought. Like, but then again, you've had big problems for a while now. It's just because Arteta isn't backed and hasn't got them. Arteta hasn't got the money to cover up all this shit. So all this shit was being covered up when Wenger was there, like towards the end. But now no one backs Arteta. All these secrets are coming out, and everyone's like, "Oh, but it's been like this since for a while now. You've just had it covered up really well."
Yeah.
I'm not saying like the players, but I'm saying like the backroom staff.
Yeah.
And the managers and that.
By the way, this is like I said, an F1 stream, and you've got no evidence to back that. So shut up.
Stephen.
Right. Back to the point. Go on.
When you were talking about players from Chelsea to Arsenal, I'm quite surprised no one said Mason Mount. I think he's very underrated. He's that creative player that Arsenal need. And
I hear that. It's just, for me with Kante, is that he should have been the one we should have got over Xhaka.
Did you choose Kante over Mount?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. Kante is one of the best.
But then the thing is that if you're playing even just a 3-4-3, you could leave Kante where he is, and Partey can be more expansive.
The only
knowing
reason
Kante-
that you should take Kante is because he has more experience. You don't need younger generation or the youth. You need experience.
right now.
And you need experience to come in and actually deal with your situation because do you know what? I don't even think like man,
Honestly,
your club gives me a headache, you know.
Look,
I don't see any solution. I just eat chicken nuggets and drink because of your club now.
Honestly, if you look at like you'll probably find in 10 years' time a lot of Arsenal fans obese, right, because of it. But what I would also say is that if you see our backroom staff all the way to our manager, we've got so many players, so many people that are got no experience whatsoever.
So many problems. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you've got so many backroom staff with no experience. It's like you've just qualified from high school, GCSE. You're gonna go to a job that will, like you're gonna apply for an accountancy job, right? With no apprenticeship and no degree. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
Here comes the best manager since sliced bread, Ollie.
But just go through some of these comments. Yeah, I mean, God, I mean, that's
100%, Chris. 100%.
Partey, Kante, yeah.
I think that's what we wanted to do, but we couldn't get rid of a player. I think if that was right, that's what we tried to do.
Prime, how are you? 3-4-3.
Yes, Prime.
What's going?
No, you missed it, Prime. It was
Nah, Prime. Nah, don't come for me, mate.
Prime. It was left back was Chilwell, wasn't it?
No, it was Robertson, wasn't it? What are we on about?
Hang on.
We haven't done a combined Chelsea team.
Ain't done a combined. Yeah, done a combined.
Yeah,
You said it would be all Chelsea players.
No, yeah,
you said it would be all Chelsea players.
Nothing too combined.
I didn't think we'd bother like with a combined.
I'll
11.
put Partey and Kante in a pivot though. I would.
If you're basing it on form,
if you're basing it off like ability, probably.
Yeah.
But form, you couldn't put Partey in it because he's not playing enough games. Because Partey's not playing enough games.
I want to know what Chelsea fans called Havertz a generational talent. I want to know.
You are?
What Chelsea fans said Havertz was a generational talent. It was Michael Ballack who said that.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Havertz is talented.
But to be honest, I had seen him in the Bundesliga. He was talented. It's just like it's like I said in the previous stream, is that even if you're really, really fit, and even the most fittest of people have come back from COVID and have long-term effects afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't know it could be that.
Thank you so much. I've said this so many times. It's when people are like Werner out, and I'm like, actually, he's playing in a wrong position. He's really uncomfortable. He doesn't look comfortable in this position. When he was against Southampton, getting 2 goals, I think Brighton as well. Like he was getting goals, but in his right position. In his right position, we've taken him out of position, and he's not getting goals because Frank's trying to keep everybody happy. He's trying to keep Giroud happy. He's trying to keep Abraham happy, and he's trying to keep Werner happy. He's not keeping the one person we actually need happy, and that's Werner. I don't give a shit about Bambi on ice. Giroud's just a super sub. So why the hell are we not keeping Werner happy? Like, I wouldn't care if Abraham didn't like. Abraham's messed up too much this season that I'm uninterested now.
But like I said with Havertz,
Werner is more talented.
But the thing is with Werner,
the thing I find is that with Havertz is that a lot of people are just they don't probably because they've not experienced an illness in their life, or for some reason they don't get the harsh reality of what an illness like coronavirus or something can do to you, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you sort of where maybe I get probably a better view on it, because
But I've been saying
you
this for
can
so
never fully recover.
long.
Yeah,
I've
it's
said
like
this for so long.
when
Like,
I've
it's
had
not
when I
even
have a
been.
transplant, I have to have a reset button every time, and I've got
Yeah,
to
don't
recover
really
and
have
go
any
through
rest
all of that
neither.
again.
But this is the problem I've been saying. I said we need to keep bringing him on for minutes and getting him used to this game again. He's not going to come back perfect like straight away. And I've said this, like,
This is why when Hamilton caught it, I was worried about him.
need to get it, because different people leave with different side effects of COVID, and you don't know how long it lasts either. Some people have lasted like 5 months, and some people have just been back to normal, but some people have lasted 3 months. Like, this is the problem. It's so unknown, and like, people judge him. Like, look at him in the Bundesliga. Like, he was a talent. So was Werner. Like, and this is the problem I have, is that like Chelsea fans are such flip-flops. Like, one minute they're like Lampard in, the next minute they're like Lampard out, then Werner in, Werner out, like literally Havertz in, Havertz out. And I've literally had enough of it. It's driving me absolutely insane. If you want to flip-flop, you're not a Chelsea fan. Done. Let's be blunt here. Let us all be blunt. Let's get it out there. If you're going to be a flip-flop, you're not a Chelsea fan. Done. No, done. I don't want to see you now. Done.
But with Werner, he's got top five. He's in the top 5 goal contributors in the league, though, and he's playing in the wrong position.
You see what us honest like Laurie Marbles and me and Anty as the part with Arsenal fans, right? I mean, honestly, we got to put up with the fact that all Arsenal fans deserve this. No, we don't. Like, we've been honest and realistic about our club.
I've never said all Arsenal fans deserve this.
Yeah, I know, but I know some of them.
I said, in general,
most people have acted like that.
Yeah,
is that you get branded with. It's like you get branded with that. But
I think the only thing
the only other example I give is that the reason I started this channel up to raise awareness is because the media love to promote the fact that when it comes to liver disease, right, if people know about liver disease properly, they would know over 70% of all types of liver diseases have got nothing to do with alcohol whatsoever. Absolutely none, right? But because everyone focuses on the other side of that and George Best and all that, that's why I hate George Best, and I don't call him that. Well, I just don't count him as a sort of legend in my mind, because he's not a role model, right?
Yeah.
And so part of me is like, it's that agenda that makes you then why when they do a program like the BBC on the hospital I go to, and they go all about liver specialists, and then they focus only on someone who's had alcoholism.
Yeah,
that's like that's like painting a brush on my head saying I'm an alcoholic.
Literally, but you're not. But like, I've never said all Arsenal fans deserve this, because some of you guys really don't. However, I've always said, and I maintain this until like everything gets sorted, is that the people who are still trusting this process and who still want Arteta in are the people that deserve this. End of.
You're gonna end up you're gonna end up causing this club to play at Ashton Gate. Right? People like Sonny and a girl are saying they're too big to get relegated. Nottingham Forest, Leeds United. Do you want to keep going? I'm sorry.
What?
No. No club is no club. That's like saying there's no player. That's like saying there is players are bigger than the club. No club is big enough to not go down.
Yeah, and the problem Arsenal have is that's going to be their downfall. That is going to be their downfall, is that they think they're big enough, and they don't think they could get relegated. But the problem you have is, and here's some fun facts here: if Burnley and Brighton win their next 2 games, you go 17th.
Yeah.
Now you have a problem. Now you have a real big problem. You're in relegation zone. Like, you have a problem. Like, and that's what I mean, because what happens when you get there? Like, what happens if you get there? Like, this is the problem, is that you kind of have to prepare for this now, because if this doesn't get any better, and as far as I'm concerned, Arteta's not going to be back to buy any more players, because it doesn't look like anyone gives a shit. Like, how are you supposed to improve if the players look like they're done? They genuinely all look like they're done. They have nothing. Like, but then again, I have to say, like, the first half of your last game, you actually came out attacking, like with Martinelli. Like, Martinelli was one of the players that actually looked decent.
But
Like,
the thing is, it's like I think with the same with Saka is that it gets down to a point that so many down the line, like with Gabriel as well, he's now starting to turn poor. Right, Saka's now becoming poor. Martinelli, give it a couple of games, he'll start becoming poor.
but that's what happens when everyone starts playing like shit. Everyone
Because
else
he'll
gets
be like
affected,
I'm the only
and all
one
the players
doing
that
down,
want to
anything.
yeah.
play.
What's the point in me playing like this all the time if no one's going to do anything?
Yeah, and
He
they're
was the
going to
only
get
one
fed up
pressing
because
or anything.
these young people, these young players like Martinelli and Saka that actually want the minutes, that want to play well, that want to prove themselves, are just getting overshadowed by every player that doesn't give a shit on that pitch, and that's sad. That
And
really
those
is.
experienced players like Willian and David Luiz and all that have had their careers, had the success. You're now destroying the success of Martinelli and Saka in the future. You're destroying
Literally,
other players' careers, right?
literally.
Because you don't give a shit.
Yeah, but this dude, Steve, there's something wrong with that squad. The whole team is in the dressing room is being noticed when
Oh,
they're
it's clear
playing
to
out on the
see.
pitch.
If people can't see there's something wrong with the dressing room, right?
That-
Then you are
Yeah,
deluded.
it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like the plague is running through the entire football team. You know, it's like it's affecting everything and everyone. You know, whether it's their performance, is everything, and also it is the manager. I don't think Arteta is well. It looks like Arteta's not helping the situation as well. To be honest with you,
But yeah,
because
it
when
looks like his players aren't wanting to play for him.
yeah, and he's lost. I think he's lost the dressing room. But I
don't know
don't
what
know.
season is for
I
myself.
see. I don't think he's lost the whole dressing room, and I know that's a bit controversial. I don't think he's lost the whole dressing room. I think there's issues in the dressing room. I think there's major issues in that dressing room, but I don't think he's lost the whole dressing room. I'm probably say like 90% of it, but I still think there's 10% that kind of back him a little bit. But then you've got people like Kroenke who still want him in, like they're still backing him, which
but Charlotte,
blows my mind.
I don't think a manager. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah,
Prime,
yeah.
I
guys,
don't
just
think
to
a
let you know,
manager-
Prime's alive. Prime's alive.
Is he? Yeah. Go on, Prime.
Well, barely. I'll be alive after Boxing Day. I don't think a manager can fully leave the dressing room. Obviously, there's going to be a few people who still support and back him, but like I've been saying, David Luiz and Willian, they're two big personalities in the dressing room. That is why Lampard last season, he told Luiz that you're going to be fourth choice centre back. He revolted against that and he immediately sold him. Because there's no point keeping someone in there who's such a huge presence that's not going to play. I think with Arteta, because he's not. Use the example with Ollie. Fine, you can say he's not the best manager in the world or whatever, or he hasn't won major trophies in a respected league. But he is a United legend. So the reason why he hasn't been sacked or hasn't turned bad when they're on a bad run of form is because the players still respect him and fight for him. And he's been allowed to get rid of the deadwood. Same with Lampard. He may not be an experienced manager, but the players, he's respected and he is a club legend. So he's going to be given that faith and that trust and the backing. Arteta was always sold down. He was sold to fail, or he was set up to fail by the board. But it doesn't help when the fans, and again, the same fans that I say deserve this, that will be the ones that gas them up way too early, that now set unrealistic expectations that he cannot meet up to.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I remember the interview I gave after the final, and I said, I said it was his first step, right, to something greater. But what he needs now is backing, right? And now I don't think he was backed fully enough, but then there was more issues to play with than just that. And I think there's other decisions he's made that have consequently backfired. And and it's now. I said, it's like I said. He's done brilliantly to be able to turn a side that was in relegation form to be able to win a cup, right? But this is just, like I said, the first step.
And we're
There's
sending
still
you
a long
to
way to
relegation.
go. There's still a long way to go.
The thing is, though, is that when the Premier League resumed after the first lockdown, our league results were very mixed, right? We lost to Tottenham, we got slapped by City, we lost to Brighton, lost to Villa, and then we beat Wolves and Southampton and Norwich and Watford, right? So very mixed results. And look, I'm gonna say this: I think our fans need to revise how we see our shit, right? Just because we had a one-off game against Liverpool in the league, we won. That game, Mane Salah missed a shitload of chances, so we can't say we broke Klopp or some other fucked up shit, whatever some geezer said. I don't know.
Take your time.
Greenwood, don't
Take
you?
your time.
Time with it.
I remember when they made that. I'm just like, that's gonna come back to bite us in the ass. I swear to God, it is.
And
But
the
I feel
party
like
song as well.
Arsenal have got quite an. Arsenal shouldn't find it. Well, I mean, Ziyech isn't playing, and we haven't got Reece James or Chilwell. So I mean, that's a bummer for us.
Charlotte,
Yeah, but they ain't got no
you could
Aubameyang or
Charlotte, you could play your.
but that means you're dealing with Emerson.
You could play the
I
academy.
think
You
Emerson's
could
all right.
play.
It's just
You could play your under 12s, right? You'd still win.
We could play
The
our
thing is-
ladies team, and they'd absolutely thrash you.
That's
To be
what I'm
honest, our
saying.
ladies teams
he's better than
are on point.
Alonso.
You know what?
I've got
I'm
to
actually
have him
going
there,
to say,
Alonso.
honestly, part of me feels like if we got relegated to the Championship, I might just turn this into we follow the Arsenal ladies.
Arsenal
Do
ladies
you
are a
know
good
what?
side, but
Not gonna lie, the Arsenal ladies are so sick at the minute. Viviane Midamira, that
Neither
woman
mild, yeah.
Can I
Neither
just
mild,
honestly,
so sick. Like, dude, like
one
her
thing I've always
like,
been proud of. One thing I've always been proud of. Before the Women's Super League came into fruition and
Yeah.
money started really getting
Yeah.
involved in
Yeah.
football, in the ladies' sport, right? It used to be every season. That was it. Arsenal won it. That was it.
Yeah.
Right? Arsenal won the European
but-
trophy, the FA Cup trophy, and the league trophy. Right?
Yeah.
And that was just a given. Right?
But
Every
that was
season.
when you have but that was when you had Emma Hayes as manager, but now she's ours.
Yeah, and you
This is
also
doing the
had
same thing.
Kelly Smith, right, as well in there. You had
There's a
now.
lot more.
I like it
Yes.
now because when we won the title, I
Arsenal
think
women
it
got
was
more
2
European
seasons ago.
pedigree than Arsenal.
Yeah, I
No
think.
offense.
Yeah, I know. No, honestly. But when we won it back 2 seasons ago, you have Man City and Chelsea in there now as well.
And
competing
you
for
have
the
Man
same
United
thing.
ladies who've just got promoted and they're top at the moment by
Yeah.
6 points, but we've got 2 games in hand now, so that can
yeah,
change.
exactly. We can change that if we get them. Like, we're still 2 games behind, so it's okay. But I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like-
in terms of competition, it still needs to get better and
I think if we beat them anyway, we'll win.
do you know what?
To
I
be honest,
enjoy the
Arsenal
women's
ladies
game.
needs to be- it needs
Yeah.
to be televised a lot more.
Yeah, no. So
always
next
have the red
year,
button.
so rumor is that BBC are going to be putting every single women's game onto the BBC,
Yes.
which I think is good because we need to. Because I'm not going to lie, the ladies' league is sometimes way more interesting than a men's football
Yeah,
game.
it
Like,
is.
I really
Oh,
find
yeah.
that because
It's
you know what?
underrated, very underrated.
the
I
women's
remember-
I'm not going to lie. If I look at every single women's team compared to every single men's team right now, realistically, the women's Man United team better than the men's. The
Can I just-
Arsenal women's better than the
Yeah.
men's. The Chelsea women's better than the men's. The Spurs women's better than the men. The Everton women's better than the men. The Liverpool
Birmingham
women.
City's the Birmingham City's are better than the men.
Birmingham
better
City's
of
ones,
Arsenal.
yeah.
I agree to disagree with you there, Charlotte.
Can I
was
just
what?
ask? No, can I
Huh?
just ask? Actually,
I'm confused.
I will just ask is that I think I remember watching a football terrace clip where I don't know who's I think it was Elite Opinions, I think.
Yeah.
Right, and I remember saying something about the ladies thing, right, or about a comment that because there was I think it was Anita was on there.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
I remember, and he came up, and I can't believe the comment he came up with, and I'm like, "You pig, you sexy pig," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, the ladies' game is becoming so much more." I mean, I'd love to. I mean, honestly, I watched the Arsenal ladies game the other day, Right?
Everton.
It was brilliant, and I enjoyed every minute of the Chelsea one as well.
We played Benfica, that one. That was good.
Yeah.
8-0 on aggregate.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
dominated
the
Benfica.
women's team football team's not that bad. I've seen the England women's team play.
Yeah,
You know,
we're
they-
that.
they-
I mean, if
Yeah,
you
I
look
mean-
at the England women's team right now, like
If you
Like,
took
from-
America out
from-
of it, we could win it. We could win the
Like-
World Cup if you took America out.
America, yeah.
yeah, the America, I have a problem with America. I really do. Not like the whole of America, just the women's US team. I feel like they're really
Yeah.
cocky and they think they're above everyone else. And I'm just waiting for the day that England can beat them and I can be like, haha, sucker.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm
Charlotte,
okay.
I think that's America in general.
Yeah, okay.
American
I was just
America.
trying to be a little bit
Sometimes
nice
that's
there.
America in general.
It's
But,
not the
like,
whole of
if
the women's American. It's
But
not
if
the
you
whole
look-
of the women's American team.
No, it's just
Ramon.
Megan and Alex
Work home.
and
Nah,
Megan and
Alex Morgan.
No, don't diss Alex Morgan, no.
Yeah,
She's
I
a
feel
legend,
like she
definitely
kind
not.
of joined in with that, like with the World Cup last
Fine.
time. She kind of
Can you-
joined in.
I know
fine.
what you mean.
Can you like change that to certain Arsenal fans?
Yeah, just certain Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I
Certain,
mean,
yeah.
I
I
feel
like
like
my life.
if you look at the England women's team right now, you've got such a selection, and
What?
feel like-
Arsenal fans are going to die on Boxing Day.
oh,
Prime.
Prime, you're so morbid.
Your train's gonna be delayed. You're gonna be stuck on that train till Boxing Day. You
Yes,
can't.
on. Yes, on.
Don't do that. Then we'll lose now and then.
Oh, nah,
KJ's stupid judge will come out and KJ's like, the judges come. Arsenal
Oh,
will win 1-0. But I bet you
won on
Arsenal,
Boxing
Arsenal
Day.
might win. The only way Arsenal win is by a penalty like Man United. No offense, but
no,
yeah,
I don't
maybe.
even want to. I don't
Man
even want to
taken.
curse that stuff. I don't even want to have that thought in my brain.
I think we're going to
there
beat
is-
them 6-0. That's why I
Thank
said
you.
6-0.
Thank you, Prime. No, yes, thank you, Prime. This is what I need to like. I don't want any bad.
Yes, there you
thought.
go. That's better.
Like you can take it all off. Like Chelsea are going to win, and if we don't win, it's going to be embarrassing. But let me tell you now, we're going to win, and that's it.
Do you know how
I said
Arsenal
6-0
score?
anyway.
Do you know how Arsenal will score? Right, it won't be just a Chelsea own goal. It will be a Giroud own goal.
I think
Yeah,
Giroud's going to score.
Giroud-
I think
Right,
Giroud's
do you know
gonna-
what?
I think
That's
And
when
if it
Giroud's
hap-
score a
Arsenal
hat-trick.
players scores a goal. It's the only way
you know what?
Arsenal players could score a goal.
Maybe Aubameyang will give us another own goal. Like he's done that before. Maybe he'll be generous and give us
Aubameyang.
an own goal.
Aubameyang's out for another 10 days, so he's missing
Like-
Brighton.
yeah, but like
and
people
Chelsea.
said,
Ah, that's a
but-
shame.
But at least
Oh.
people then can say like it ended his goal drought.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how many players have you actually got out at the minute?
Just
you got-
Aubameyang and
Is
Partey,
Martinelli fit?
Aubameyang.
Xhaka's
Martinelli,
back.
Partey.
According to himself, he should be fit.
Martinelli should be
Himself,
back.
but it's Arteta and he ain't going to risk him.
Yeah, but Arteta isn't going to risk him. However, this is Arteta. This is not like a normal, sensible manager that would just rest a
If that
player.
injury,
This is
if that injury
Arteta.
gets worse, then Arteta needs to get sacked. I don't care. The
Mate,
player's health's
Arteta
more
already needs
important
to
than
get
this.
sacked.
No,
No,
honestly, Arteta, I feel like as a manager, is taking like certain crap behind the scenes, but there's some of the stuff he's coming out with.
Mm.
I mean,
But the
He's had
board
to
has
say
agreed to back him. What was it in January? Apparently, he's on about getting 2 or 3 players in January.
You're not an
So-
essential worker, Prime. Get off that train. You're not an essential worker.
I am, but we're off till 4th of January.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. That face will put you off on Christmas Day. That would put you off your dinner, wouldn't it?
Oh, Prime. Oh,
Yeah,
funny.
fine,
You can, Prime, you can always have a transplant and make you look younger.
Probably that's gonna be fun. Carefree Lewis's thing with a gal.
Oh God, he heard that. He's like, I don't know,
He's
Steve,
so
about that one.
embarrassed.
But you wait. He's saying, wait till Boxing Day.
Why?
But I reckon. Do you know what?
picture.
There's a lot of
Sports
people I
Havertz
spoke
and
to. They reckon Arsenal might beat Chelsea.
Who?
And just to clarify, all those people you spoke to are severely delusional and obviously they are obviously suddenly happening to be stuck with a
Prime.
mental illness that is caused by Arsenal losing. Yes, Prime.
I said that to him.
I said it's win.
They're obviously
Fucking
struggling with mental illness of not being able to like state the fact that their team are that shit. So they're just like, yeah, we can beat Chelsea in their own delusional world. Let me tell you, hun, Chelsea are going to win. That is it. Done. Nothing else.
It's the most
Like,
confident I've ever been.
Hang on. Don't
Anyone
start
that's delusional, anyone that is delusional and saying that Arsenal are
Can
going
I
to beat
just
Chelsea.
say, I'm
No.
sorry, I don't want to make it about myself, but honestly, right? But after what I've been told after the last 2 weeks, I do not want to hear anyone moan about mental health over a fucking football club.
Exactly.
Honest to God, I've been told I can't get any better, right? I can't do
No,
this.
you're
can't
telling
do that,
me.
and
I
then-
agree there.
And I'm sitting there like that. You're getting mental illness over a football club.
Yeah.
After this game,
Fuck me,
after
man.
this
Have
game,
you-
Stephen
has
will
anyone-
be a Chelsea fan. Give up points, but
After this game, Stephen will become a Chelsea fan.
No.
Yeah,
No.
put that up
Come
on
to the good.
big
Come
screen.
to the good side, Stephen. Come to the good side.
Well.
We're all welcome.
I think
Well,
Steve. I
hang
think
on.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
I think
could be
I'm
an
the
ad
only
to change your
tuner
mind.
that's actually tipped Chelsea to win the league this season.
Wait, what?
What?
I thought us to finish second, so
What's
No,
that?
But you know what?
I think
said Chelsea
Chelsea's got a
finished
good
second.
chance to win the league.
I'm gonna annoy Prime now because Prime hated me when I posted this. But there was a tweet that was posted back in 2016 that stated that Chelsea in the 2021 season would win 17 games, then lose to Everton and Wolves, and then win. They'd go on unbeaten for the rest of the season and win the Premier
Yeah.
League.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see
But
it.
the problem I have is that Prime hates it because he's like, you're giving me hope,
I like it.
and Prime hates hope, like because he doesn't.
No, I don't.
I'm
No,
just
I
taking it
don't
one game
hate
at a
it.
time. I am.
I don't hate it. I'm just saying, like, don't put that up there because I commented on it, and now I'm gonna be when things go bad, I'm gonna be tagged in that and put into compilations and stuff.
Well, I mean,
I don't need
Fine.
whose
You might have
fault is
to
that?
go
You
to-
commented
I
on
think
it.
one game at a time.
Prime, is that your train station? Right.
Up to his
Yeah,
destination.
I'm getting my destination is Boxing Day, 8-0 Chelsea.
You ain't got your
Okay.
ticket, they're throwing you off. You're getting thrown off, innit?
Yeah, if you may not know, if you're in
Monkey.
tier 4, mate, you can't get tickets.
Nah, I've got my Champions League bus pass. Do you?
Oh my god.
Oi, look, we get relegation discount.
Exactly. Back in League One. Enjoy playing Salford City and Millwall.
Oh god. Anyway, right. Yeah, like score predictions. Obviously, Prime's gone 8-0, right?
Don't flip me up for that. That's a joke. Don't do that. That's a joke.
Yeah. Sorry,
Don't
Prime.
type
You've
it up then.
put it out
Don't type it up then. Don't type it up then. Yeah. Well, go on then, Charlotte. Your honest prediction.
My honest personal prediction, I think, personally, 3-1.
I'm surprised you let us score.
No, I don't want to be underestimating Arsenal. I know Arsenal are pure shit, but you never know when a goal comes out if you get a penalty because you dive really well. Like, I don't know, like.
Oh yeah, but they're like the referees have an agenda against us. Yeah, Laurie.
4-0 Chelsea. I mean, they dispatched West Ham and West Ham played good.
Prime's enjoying this way too much. Oh, funny.
This is why I bring him on. He's just quality.
I literally love Prime. He literally kills me every time.
Daniel.
Love you too, Charlotte. 3-1 Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
It's the hope that kills, and I want to give you guys a bit of hope. I don't want to batter Arsenal because Arteta will get sacked and Arsenal will stay up.
Right. That hope's going to go out the window because my score is Chelsea 6, Arsenal 0.
No. We want Arteta to stay. We want Arteta to stay
Sorry,
so
but
that
it's
they
gonna
play
be-
shit.
They deserve a whooping, so I'm going 6-0.
No, we can. Yeah, but we can batter them when we play them the second time.
No, I want to
At the
batter
bridge.
him. Batter him and get him sacked. I want to be the reason why he
Batter
gets
them at the
sacked.
bridge.
He's not going to get sacked anyway because who are they going to get?
Yeah, he will. They're having meetings about him.
Look, no. You know what the meetings are? They're exchanging Christmas gifts.
Anytime. Sorry, but Arteta's not getting sacked
know
anytime
what?
soon. The only way he's going to get sacked
You know
is if
what?
they end up 18th. That's the only way.
If you guys sack Arteta and bring in Henry, you'll get relegated.
No, I don't want Henry either. No, thank you. Yeah, it has to be someone not attached to Arsenal. It really does.
Patrick Vieira is not much. I can do a job.
You get relegated yourself. What would you say that?
I mean, I can do better than Arteta. He's lost the last 8 games.
Yeah, Prime. You could actually make sure that we do get relegated.
Agent Prime.
Agent Prime.
Cronky.
I'd relegate Arsenal in style.
Yeah. Marbles.
I'm going to be positive and say a draw. 2-2. I can't see us winning, to be honest. But
2-2.
I'm sorry, that's the best joke of 2020, mate. You should become a comedian for that. That is
Hey, Stephen, can you make full screen what Anthony just did?
I'll change my mind. I've already got my score up for you, Steve. Already got my score for you already.
If you guys beat us 3-0, I'll come on here and do an hour live stream where you guys can all banter.
All right then.
Do you know what? Prime, I feel bad, but like I kind of want to see this bantering now. I really want to see this. I don't want Chelsea to lose, but I want to see Prime get bantered.
It's only. I've already said this to Stephen. I've already said this.
Really?
No. I've already said this to Stephen. Only Arsenal fans are allowed to come on. I will sit there for about an hour or so. I won't respond. I'll just take all the banter. I don't mind.
I will message Samuel.
If you beat us, I don't mind.
All of them and get.
No, message all the
No. Stephen. Only channel regulars. By the way, only Arsenal fan channel regulars are.
But then to be fair, the girls come on a couple of times.
Charlie will give Prime some stick.
Yeah, I don't mind. So only Arsenal.
That would be funny to watch.
No,
What time did your channel finish last night?
Do you know what? I genuinely
About 9:30 we finished last night.
What?
I would love to see you guys get absolutely bantering Prime. You know, I think it'd be really entertaining.
How about
the thing is that I can do it. So I just
2 minutes ago you just said you love me, and now you say you wanted me to get bantered. What?
Come on, Stephen.
Just to clarify, Prime, I may love you. No, Prime, I may love you, but I'm sorry, you getting bantered, entertainment. Like I've had a bad year, man. We've all had bad years. Like Stephen needs this. Stephen needs this bantering.
Exactly. I don't mind. Again, only Arsenal fans. So that means,
unless I'm literally saying it's not going to come back to bite me in the arse, is that like, and people are going to use it against me afterwards?
No, do it.
I wouldn't do it.
No. I feel like Prime's bantered you enough. Prime has bantered you enough that like payback's a bitch.
We're going to bring it on Boxing Day.
Seriously. I won't.
No one's going to think bad of you, Stephen. Like literally, it's all banter.
I will not use this as any revenge or whatever. Genuinely, because to be fair, I may have taken a bit far on some occasions. I probably do deserve this. So it's like, if you guys beat us, fair enough. I'll do an hour stream. Maybe not after the game because I have to go on the terrace, but I'll do an after stream during the weekend or whatever.
I
would have said I'm down to the terrace if Arsenal win.
You've gone from 3-0 to you beat us.
No, Stephen. I said to you 2 weeks ago originally if you beat us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd
have to advertise it, Steve, on YouTube where it goes Stephen Feet and a picture of Prime.
No. I'm only doing it with Arsenal fans. No ads, no Christian, no other rival fans are allowed on.
So
No
just
other
Arsenal.
other Chelsea fans are allowed on either. So just me against all the Arsenal fans. I don't mind it.
All right then.
It'll be fun.
So I can't watch then. That's not fair.
No, you can watch. You just can't come on.
Yeah, you can watch. I'll send you the YouTube link, but you can't come on the stream.
You can just watch and comment.
Yeah. But no one's allowed on. I don't mind it. It'll be fun for me.
It's not going to happen now, so stop worrying, Prime.
Oh, no, I'm not worried. I put it out there because I'm like, I don't mind.
Yeah.
And my prediction is.
Please say a slapping for you.
3-0, and that's me being generous to Arsenal.
There you go. That's fine.
That's just because honestly, the part of me feels it should be about 5 or 6.
I think you
Wait, now that I've put it out there, do you guys actually think you have more of a chance?
No.
Nope.
No.
No, absolutely not. I can't see where a goal's coming from.
I'm picking up some positive vibes here, Prime. I definitely am. I'm not going to lie.
Honestly, I'm asking Elite KJ to come on into like a midnight vibes. I need.
You know what? I'm giving
stay up all night.
You know,
I've struggled to sleep at the minute anyway, so I could do with a session.
You know the phrase "it's the hope that kills." I'm giving you guys this hope. I'm giving you guys this hope.
Yes, Prime.
So,
And this is where the Prime I love comes out because he's so like, yep, I'm gonna give you hope and I'm gonna take it away when we beat you.
I don't mind it. Beat us and do it. It's fine.
It's a fucking dream.
I'll get up, Pogba, you diver. Sorry.
See what happens. And I won't respond or anything. We can do it for like an hour or so.
There's not
Prime won't respond
who
for
can
an hour.
banter you for an hour?
No, I won't respond. No, I won't.
It's impossible to banter you for an hour, though. How is that?
Prime, you literally. You will respond though. That's the problem. I know you will. You will respond.
No, I won't. I won't respond with any banter.
No, honestly, I know he won't.
I love that though. I think this needs to happen.
But it won't happen.
I'll make up your mind.
I'm gonna call it like.
No, you know, even if we win, it still needs to happen.
The title's gonna be, Arsenal beat Chelsea, Arsenal fans therapy show.
Yeah, Arsenal fans therapy show.
I'd get Egal on that. Egal needs some therapy, and Egal needs some therapy.
He needs therapy.
I think every Arsenal fan needs therapy.
Steve, just work on that background picture of a picture of Prime, and it says,
"No, the only reason why
Prime night," and that's what we're gonna do.
No, the only reason why I'm not having any of the other Arsenal fans on because they're too cocky and they deserve this. You guys don't deserve it, so that's what I'm saying.
That's a fair point. Yeah, like that, Prime.
How do you know?
Because if Egal comes on, I'm not gonna let him take the piss out of me.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
I think it's only you four should be allowed. You know.
I agree. Like none of the Chelsea fans Arsenal fans, like actually on here deserve their team to be playing like this, but everyone else does.
You know what I want to happen? I want you guys to go 1-0 up and be winning until the 89th minute, and Chelsea to come back and win 3-1.
No. I'm sorry. Then, literally, you think DT's phone would be broken? Jesus, mine will probably be out in the fucking street.
Clip this now.
DT would be threatening to dash a chair again. DT would be dashing a chair again.
He'd be dashing the wall with the chair.
He'd be like, I'm just going to dash this chair.
All game, so that's why I'm going.
Egal literally do. You know, like when you see those animated characters when they grow into like when the Hulk, when the Hulk comes out, right, and it rips all the shirts off. Right, that's gonna be Prime with his shirt. It's gonna be Egal with his shirt. He's gonna rip. He's gonna rip off.
Luke Shaw's coming up for tennis. I don't remember the game. I don't watch it. Still 0-0. How's no one scored? Wow.
I know. And he's bringing on a defender.
It's going to penalties. That's why he goes straight to penalties.
Oh, who do you want out more, Man United or Everton?
Man United.
Yep. Thank God for that.
Anyway,
because it's the only cup they ain't won.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So what is the forfeit if Chelsea beat Arsenal?
There isn't really one, is there? 'Cause everyone expecting us to win.
Well,
No,
if
'cause
Chelsea
I-
beats
I-
if Chelsea
I-
beats
I just
Arsenal,
thought-
we'll let all you Chelsea fans rip the piss out of us.
Well, you don't let us. There's nothing you can really say.
Yeah, but,
but we could
look, Anthony, we let them do that every week.
You don't do it in
Exactly.
general,
What
so that's
difference
a
is
bit-
one more string going to make? Exactly.
How about you guys? I don't know. Change your Twitter handles to like you love Spurs or something for a week.
No. It has to be
No.
Chelsea
I'm not
player
on
of our
Twitter.
choosing. Nah, that way. Chelsea player of our choosing.
Someone said focus on the Golden Championship trophy next season.
That's what I'm saying. You can't go and beat in the championship. Will it happen?
I'm sorry, I missed all these.
The hope that
sorry.
kills.
Right, sorry.
Arsenal. No, Jones, he done. Arsenal getting relegated by Tottenham with trouble.
Jeez,
You call Europa League, Carabao Cup, and FA Cup a treble.
You know what? Out of everything that
call
he
the
said,
league.
you know what? Out of everything that he said,
sake.
Chelsea beating Arsenal 10-0 is the most realistic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Tottenham winning a cup.
This is also the same guy that apparently said that Arsenal never won a European competition.
How? But it's not like a major one.
Yeah, well, like I said, when he actually realizes there was football before he was actually born or conceived, right? Then he'll realize.
I don't
It
know.
would be
Win the European Cup when I was born.
Steve, when you do a background picture, can you do one without Arteta on? Because I'm just staring at him and he's really fucking me off.
Wait, so
I mean,
Stephen,
he's the best player.
wait, so Stephen, how are you going to advertise the show then? What is going to be the thumbnail and everything?
They'll just
But
take
Man United lost to the worst Arsenal side down as well, so they can't really say nothing.
Oh, try and get it.
Even though it was a penalty, it's still. Ronald. He's a Liverpool fan, of course, it's not going to happen.
Just focus. Yeah. Man United's saying that Man United already.
I'll just give a penalty then. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna have to end it there because I'm knackered and.
Oh, he fouled him, I was going to say.
After today, right? And but yeah, thanks for coming on as usual.
Yep.
And everyone that's tuned in. And obviously this is last stream before Christmas Day, so I hope you all have a good Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys.
Christmas, Steve. Merry Christmas to all.
And we'll
Merry
probably all-
Christmas. Enjoy Boxing Day.
Fine, why don't you get that far?
Oh, Prime, man.
Oh my god.
Enjoy Christmas. Have a Christmas dinner. Enjoy that, and just don't think about football for a day.
And actually, you know, I'll be honest. The past few weeks, I've been holding back on Twitter just to let you
And
know.
watch Mrs. Brown as well.
Merry
Prime-
Christmas.
Prime's
and
been holding back.
Give us Arteta out as a Christmas present, though.
We'll probably
Look,
marbles.
Look, and it's like I think for us as Arsenal fans on this channel, at least, like, it's just one clip. I can only play it in a minute.
When is it gonna end, Robbie? I've had enough.
It'll end after Boxing Day. Don't worry.
I hope so. But yeah, thanks for coming and tuning in, and we'll see you guys Boxing Day for probably Arsenal to get absolutely knocked out for the count. Against Chelsea. But
This will be the game.
just saying that Cavani. Just saying that Cavani has just scored.
This will be the game.
2.5 minutes to go.
This will be the game that because Igal has been for the past few weeks He's kind of Arteta out. This will be the game that breaks him.
I'm gonna break him.
Just to let, because I've been
Fine,
waiting for this.
Just like I said, look, if you can, like, honestly, I'd happily, lovely be part of the panel of that, please. Afterwards, I would literally just say after my watch along, right? I will if Terry will let us come on as part of the panel, I will end my stream as soon as the football game's over and come straight on.
Stephen, you know what? I'll send you the link.
Let's football terrace and chill after Boxing Day.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
But just know if you beat us, yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there like that. I'm just gonna sit there like this, right? And I'm just gonna sit there, right? And when Terry asks me something, it's just look like, "Hey, gal, everyone, I told you so." I told you so.
And you know, he's trying to celebrate the Martial assist.
Right. But
Steve,
anyway,
I can't wait till Boxing Day. Prime,
What?
you're gonna get some. You're having it, Prime. You're having
Am I
it.
doing what? My what?
You're
Also-
having it, Prime.
also
On
getting-
Boxing Day.
look, Anthony,
He's
Anthony,
Prime's having it.
Anthony, you have too much dignity. Don't fall to a gal's level.
No, I'm not. Prime's having it. I'm winding him up, but he's having it.
Anthony, jokes aside, what's more likely, us winning or you getting some action on Christmas? Boxing Day, I mean.
Probably you getting some action.
What's that?
I said, what's more likely, us winning or you getting some action on Boxing Day?
God, fucking hell, Arsenal winning.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, no, definitely Arsenal winning. I'll put a bet on it as well. Action. What? Fucking hell. Last time I had a bit of action, I burnt me out on a fucking light bulb.
Put it this way: Anthony is on a trophy drought. Let's put it this way.
Trophy, right? He's on an Arteta out drought in a bit.
Right, Steve?
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming on as usual.
Yeah, finish it
And
off.
we'll be back on Boxing Day. But
Take
yeah.
care, everyone.
Take care.
Yo, Prime, you're getting it, boy. You're getting it. Prime nil, Arsenal 3.